Creative financing for flipping houses. Yeah, it's a real thing. You're not limited to dealing with a bank. You've got options. If you're into cashing those big checks by flipping houses and you'd like to do more, but you've been kind of stopped because you've run out of funds and the credit line at the bank, that's been cut off too, you're in the right place. Are you ready to start creatively financing your flips? Well, I've got 5 different ways to do it, and each one has their own little nuances. I'll go ahead and break them down, and then you can choose which one's best for you. Maybe all of them are. So a real quick definition of flipping houses. This is when you buy a property at a discount, you buy low, and maybe you fix it up, maybe you don't, and then you go and you sell it for a higher price, and you getting to keep the profit, that you get to keep what's in between. And a quick tip before I go into these 5 creative financing strategies for flipping houses, understand that it's much easier to find the money to flip that next house when you actually have the deal under contract. Find the deal and the money won't be so hard to find. First one, private investors, like friends, family, associates, coworkers, friends of friends. This is a really good resource to find private money. And most people get this wrong because they don't understand for what it actually is. Private money, it's relationship money. And where they get this wrong is they try to build this relationship after they need the money. So they come off a little desperate, they come off like they're asking for a loan, when in reality, when you build that relationship first and you let them know what you're up to, when you bring them a deal, it's gonna look more like you're presenting them an opportunity. So although you've heard of private money before, don't discount it. Don't act like it doesn't exist for you. Start building those relationships before you need the money, and you'll be surprised on how much of that private money is available. Number 2, a syndication. This is where you pool a group of investors to come together to fund your deals. And you can go and search online for those, or you can go and start your own. Technology has made this concept much easier with the idea of crowdfunding. There are multiple websites that will do this. A simple Google search will probably produce dozens of choices for you. And then what you do, you just upload your opportunity, you upload your deal to the website, and then you can start marketing it. And depending on which website you're on, they may start marketing it for you as well. Now, before I get to the next 3, if you're really serious about making money flipping houses, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I post cool, creative money-making ideas like this each and every week, and you don't want to miss it. Number 3, seller financing. Ask the seller to finance your flip, or even just the down payment. And then you can make payments while you're fixing the property. Or don't make any payments at all. Ask them to carry back the financing, and then once you're done with the property and you resell it, then you can split the profits with them that way. Number 4, flip the paper. This is where you sell the contract before you ever take ownership and let someone else do all that fixing stuff. And you might have heard of this referred to as wholesaling. So this is when you go out and you find a motivated seller and you contract their property at a discount. And now that you've got that under contract, you can go out and find a second buyer. And when you find that buyer, you can now use their money to fund the deal. And that can happen in one of 2 ways. You can either assign that contract to the buyer for a fee, or you can do what's called a double close. And that's where you have a second purchase agreement. But on this contract, you are the seller, and then that second buyer is the buyer. You take the 2 contracts, you take it to your closing agent, and have them close them simultaneously, using buyer number 2's money to fund the deal that you have with the seller. Now, the 5th one is what we call hard money. And you can typically do no money down deals with hard money lenders, because what they'll do is they'll look at the property as collateral for the deal and not so much your individual credit. Now, the value of your deal and your experience, that's gonna have an impact on how successful you can be with hard money. And more these days, a simple Google search is gonna reveal a lot of new opportunities for you, just because the market is kind of demanding it. And what I'm seeing more and more right now is that hard money lenders are not only funding the purchase of your property, but they're also providing the funds for your rehab as well. So whatever preconceived notions you may have had about hard money, look into it again. I think you'll see that there's a lot of new changes going on and a lot of new opportunity for you as well. And if that's not enough, if you'd like to go deeper and get even more creative financing strategies, it might make sense for you and I to hop on the phone and go ahead and brainstorm some ideas about what that would look like for you and what that would look like for us working together. Go to reiace.com, answer a few short questions, and when you're done, you'll have the opportunity to schedule a call with me or my team. We'll hop on the phone and see if there's a good fit. That's at reiace.com. And I'll also put a link down below in the description for you.